Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Samantha Izundu and today we've got more makeup to play with. Now some of it I've been dragging on every time. I'm like, I'll try next time, I'll try it next time. There are things we're going to be trying today. I actually got a few things from MCO Beauty. I've been doing some content with them over on TikTok. So there's a couple of products that they sent me that I haven't used with you guys that I thought we could use. I don't always do this, but I was just thinking about it and I was like, you know what? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about why people love makeup. Why it is such a huge industry. But we're going to glaze over the beauty aspect. We're going to talk more about, I'm going to talk more about why I love makeup and why it resonates with me, and then you can tell me why it is that you love makeup, skincare, perfume, and all of that beauty industry, just beauty in general. But I will be focusing more on makeup. So I've already got my sunscreen on. I've been wearing I'm trying to finish up the Bondi Sands one. I can't remember what it's called, but it's in like the white tube. I really like it. They've just recently come out with more of an extended range, like tinted, which I really want to try. So I want to finish that and try the new one. I'm trying to finish my La Mer primer, and I don't have any new primers anyway. I don't really, the funny thing is I don't usually buy primers, but I have so many primers. Like I have bought, I get a lot at work, I've given away, and anyway. But this is my favorite of all time. It is exceptional because it's hydrating, but it's also smoothing. It makes my makeup look so good. But it's also, I want to use it and it's just never ending. Okay, should I do eyes first? No, I don't think so. I think we will do foundation. I've got the it's called Kind Collective. Oh my God, there's a bug on it. It looks like one that would hurt you too. Ew. It looks like not a wasp, but not a fly. Ew. Okay. Well, that just killed the mood because now I've got bug juice on the cover. This is the Kind Collective Healthy Glow Sheer Foundation. Color correcting with anti-blue light ingredients. I'm hoping this is good because I'm about to go to work. Thursday, I'm just trying to open it. Thursday mornings, I start work at 11. So this is a really good time for me to do a get ready with me. So you'll probably start seeing a common theme because it's a great way for me to put my makeup on and get ready with you guys. And I have like 45 minutes. So we should be fine. Just shouldn't be talking too much. What do we reckon? Maybe. I love these types of bottles. I really, really do. I'm gonna use a brush. I am in like desperate need to clean my brushes. It's actually getting really disgusting. Because it said it's sheer, I'm hoping the shade match doesn't matter too much because it'll blend out. Yeah. Because usually light is too dark for me, but that was the lightest that they had when I was in store. It's got a light fragrance, like a light citrus fragrance. Yeah, that's fine because it's so sheer. So it's not really glowy, but it's not matte either. What's it supposed to be? Healthy Glow. Oh, Healthy Glow. Yeah, I love this. This is standard 30 ml. And I got this at the Priceline sale for like $8.50. Yeah, this is quite nice. It is clinging a little bit to any dryness that I have. Let's see how it applies with other makeup. It's not the most amazing thing I've ever tried, but it's certainly not the worst. I say that a lot, don't I? Just means that like it's kind of in the middle. It's just like, it's not holy grail, but it's also not super disappointing. No, it's quite nice. It's got just enough coverage. If you like light, but you don't like too much coverage, I would say this is in between a tinted moisturizer and a foundation. Actually, my skin looks quite nice. Should I zoom up a bit? Okay, actually, I'm starting to really like it. I take it back. See? You gotta let it settle. Right. Concealer. I bought one that's 2 full coverage. But I might just use it anyway and just use a little bit. Because I told myself by the end of the year, I would have finished a few concealers. And I have all of these, like, I have like 3 concealers that I've almost finished. But I've not finished any of them. But I really wanted to. My Project Pan one is close, but we're like in November now. I don't think I'm going to be able to finish all of them. I'll definitely finish one. What did I do last night? I did not exfoliate. I think I should have. I'm looking a little dry. I tend to get dry in this area here. Okay. Right, so what I wanted to talk about is makeup, and specifically the application process. For me, I'm going to tell you why I love makeup. I initially got into makeup. I initially found my love of makeup. I always kind of wore a little bit of makeup. Like in high school, we weren't really allowed to wear makeup, but I still got away with, I went to a pretty relaxed school. And like, there were rules, but they didn't like properly enforce them. It's actually quite nice, that concealer, just using a little bit. It's really nice actually. I think that goes really well together. Yeah, so I started wearing makeup in school. I do like your orange foundation and bit of mascara, maybe a little bit of blush. Definitely no bronzer, no eyeshadow, maybe a little bit of lip gloss. Super basic, but I mean, what teenager is great at makeup? Well, when I was younger, no teenager was good at makeup. Now, 12-year-olds are good at makeup, so I'm just trying to finish my Sephora powder, so I'm going to go in with that, and I am almost finished. I had to repress it, so it's very powdery. Yeah, so I didn't love makeup though. I was just kind of wearing it to fit in, as you know, people do. And then even in my early 20s, like late teens, after school, very early 20s, I started liking lipstick. I started experimenting with wearing, I loved a cat eye with a red lip. That was like my go-to in my very early 20s. And then I started, I know what it was. I read this book and it was very poignant. I remember it so vividly. It was about Poppy King, the owner of Lipstick Queen, which I think is now no longer a business. And she wrote a book about her journey. And this not only sparked my desire for getting involved in makeup and learning about it, but also owning a business. And I kind of went in this, like, not a spiral, but I started making my own lipsticks at home with all different colors, and I wanted to have my own lipstick company. That's where it all started. I wasn't heavily into makeup, but I was lipstick. It was always lipstick for me. I'm gonna do my brows. This is from MCO Beauty, what they sent me. This is the Duo Brow in Blonde. So what you get is a pencil on one side and then a highlight on the other. It's actually really cool. There is no spoolie, but that's okay. I will just do that and that'll be sufficient because I'm going with a brow gel after, so that'll kind of put them all in place. Yeah, so I read that book and it honestly was game changer for me. I used to read a lot when I was younger. Now I just am too tired at the end of the day. And I started making my own lipstick with, I went to there was a cosmetic supply store not too far from where I lived, like natural, you know, beeswax, all of that. But then I did heaps of research and I realized you needed like that MOQ, which is minimum order quantity for lipstick in Australia, it's all in Melbourne, was like 10,000 units per shade. I was like, okay, maybe this dream is not gonna happen. And at the time I was doing a job that I very much hated, and I really wanted, that's when I knew I wanted to own my own business, but I digress, we're not talking about that. So then I discovered Lime Crime liquid lipsticks and I went on a rampage. I ordered so many. I still have a few now that I probably shouldn't have, but they still smell good and they still are totally fine. I've just kept my absolute favorites. And I used to wear all different lipstick colors. And then I started discovering and experimenting with my appearance. And I started coloring my hair. I used to have, well, I have long hair now. I used to have really long hair like I do now. I chopped it all off in a bob and went like a fuchsia color. No, it was more like a magenta, sorry. And then I went pink for 2 years, blue for 2 years, purple, green. I was peroxide blonde. And I had a bob. I always had a bob, short hair, because it was easy to color and maintain with just a bob. And that's when I started getting into makeup. It wasn't until I fell pregnant and reevaluated all my life choices. Like, I was like, I hated my career. I really did. And it just wasn't for me. It just wasn't me. And getting pregnant made me realize that I don't want to continue doing this. I'm gonna go on maternity leave and I'm not going back. And I'm not gonna tell them I'm gonna take my maternity leave and I'm not going back. After a year, I'll tell them I'm not coming back. And when I went on maternity leave, a month before I gave birth, sorry, this is the Clear Brow Gel. It's really good. It's got like a silicone, one side is bigger than the other. Does that make sense? This is gonna get real gross soon, but that's okay. That's the nature of Clear Brow Gels. So I think you brush them up with this side and then on the other side it really smooths it out. Yeah. It's really good, I like it. It's about $16. I think both the products are $16. And I made a TikTok with this, you know, talking about how high-end eyebrow products, like your Benefits, your Hourglasses, $40 to $50 for one eyebrow product that'll last you 2 months. So you can get two for that same price, $16 each, $32 for 2 eyebrow products. And it's fantastic. Eyebrow products are pretty straightforward. You don't need to be spending $50 on an eyebrow product. Just me, just saying. What am I doing? Let's do cream bronzer, the NARS Laguna. I have the original, I think it's shade 2 now. A week before I gave birth, no it wasn't, it was a month. My first ever YouTube upload, I will tag it here if you want to watch it. My first ever YouTube upload was actually on my birthday. I didn't film it on my birthday, but I uploaded it on my birthday, which would have been my 30th birthday. So I filmed it before I gave birth. Oh, I was 29. I turned 29. I cannot remember anything. I turned 29 a month before Ivy was born. That's right. And then my 30th birthday was a month after I got married. It's very confusing. A lot happened in that time. So I uploaded my first video because I was like, I want to give this whole content creation thing a go. And it didn't mean I wanted to be famous. I've never been looking for fame. But I also had no friends that loved makeup. I worked in community services. No one wore makeup, and that's fine, no judgment, but I had no one to talk to about it, you know? And that is what sparked it for me, is I wanted that sense of community, because for me, makeup was fun. Makeup to me is a fun process. It's also a very calming process for me. I love the methodical nature of it, doing the same thing over and over, but still experimenting with different textures and formulas and colors. I love all of that. And you can never tell me, you can never convince me, sorry, that makeup is for people who are just super vain. You can't convince me, because I can tell you what, I don't need to wear makeup. I often don't wear makeup. I go out without makeup. I don't need to wear it. I don't need to wear it. But I love wearing it. To me, it's just so fun. It's a form of creative expression. It's a form of self-expression. You know, you create your aesthetic. People do that through fashion. People do that through words. People express themselves in different ways. And for me, I just love applying makeup. Like, just applying this cream and bronzer right now is making me very happy. Applying, using, finishing, trying new things. It's just so much fun. Honestly, I just love it. And I think that is what was an outlet for me when I was in a career and a job that was not fulfilling for me. For other people it was fulfilling, but for me it was not. And it's just, I was in the wrong industry. It just was not a match. But as soon as I started getting into makeup, I was getting those butterfly feelings. I'm like, this is what I love doing. I think I've realized what I love doing. And for me, it all sparked with reading that book and finding Lime Crime. Lipstick, it was all about lipstick for me. Cat eye, lipstick, foundation, bit of blush, no bronzer, no eyebrows. Don't even get me started. I never used to do my eyebrows. I'm going to use the bronzer from the Elephant palette from Hourglass. So I've come a long way with my makeup, and like, I don't think my makeup was bad, but I didn't really know what I was doing. You know why my makeup wasn't great? It was my skincare. I knew I had dry skin, but I didn't understand skincare at all. It's really changed in the past 10 years, skincare and makeup. Like, it's really just totally changed, and I think a lot of you guys will agree with me. Like, it just wasn't really a thing. Like, it was for some people in the industry, but most people were not into makeup and skincare like it is now. I just feel like it's so different now. It's such a powerhouse now. So I had really dry skin. I didn't know how to fix it. I thought you had to exfoliate more to get rid of the dead skin. So I was exfoliating every day and just using cleanser, exfoliant, moisturizer, no serums. Just, my skin was just struggling. And I was in my early 20s. I was drinking, I was going out a lot. I was, you know, eating at restaurants a lot. I wasn't my healthiest, so my skin was also showing on that as well. Color I'm going to use today is the cooler toned one. Wow, I love it. So, and I would use, you know what foundation I would use? The Urban Decay All Nighter foundation. The most full coverage matte foundation you can buy. But I thought that's what you had to do. When you wore makeup, you wore full coverage. I thought that's how it went. Honestly, I had no idea. I'm not judging people who don't understand makeup, because I didn't understand makeup. We all had to learn it. You don't just poof know how to do makeup. I didn't have YouTube. I just learnt myself. And then I discovered YouTube. It was actually YouTube that prompted me to start my own YouTube channel. The first video I ever watched was Organization Declutter video from ShanXO. And I was like, what is this? And I wanted to be ShanXO. I wanted to be her. She was pivotal for me because she wasn't American. She's from New Zealand, and I was like, oh, you don't have to be American to be an influencer. I don't even want to use the word influencer. You don't have to be American to be on YouTube and be successful, because I think that's still very much prevalent. People who are from the States or even the UK might not understand. But when you're from Australia, it's harder to get seen. You don't have the reach. People don't relate to you as much because you're not from their country. Not complaining, just stating my experience. So I saw ShanXO, and she's so nice. She's such a nice girl, and I really related to her. So I'm gonna use, I can't really use the highlighter, it's too dark. So what I'm gonna do is, with my powder brush, I'm gonna use, is it Dim Light? Dim Light. I'm gonna brush that over like I would a highlighter, even though I know it's not a highlighter. The way she would play with makeup, and oh my god. I think playing with makeup, organizing makeup is really fun for me. I always keep my makeup table pretty organized. I love it. I love having an organized makeup table because it's my happy place. It's my place of calm and serenity. It makes me feel good about myself. Not in a vain sense, as in a it calms me down. So the application, you know, I love putting foundation on, I love putting concealer on, I love putting bronzer and blush. I love it all, honestly. I gotta say, I really like how my makeup's looking. I do. It's not the right color for me. It is a tiniest bit too dark, but I can wear it as kind of like a tint if I want to just be a little bit more bronzy, glowy, because it's not bad, but it's definitely not my exact shade. Yeah, that's nice. Anyway, I feel like I'm rambling a bit. I tend to do that when I've got the camera in front of me, but you know, that's what happens. So yeah, I would love to know what sparked your joy in makeup, what it is that made you enjoy it. And it doesn't mean you have to wear it every day, but if you're watching this video, then there's got to be something about beauty that you enjoy. Same with fragrance. Like, I had never really worn, I wore fragrance, but I wasn't like totally into it. It was more like where do you even start? Fragrance is a huge world. I wouldn't even know where to start. I had Ariana Grande, the pink, like crystal looking one with the puff. I loved that. I bought that because of the packaging. I didn't even know what it smelled like. And then I had, my mum used to wear Jo Malone basil, lime and mandarin, and so I bought that when I was in London because I love that. And then I bought wood sage and sea salt. That was the first time, and really the only time, I bought a really nice high-end fragrance. I'm going to use this Revlon So Fierce palette in Tantrum, and I'm going to, I'm going to first put, I didn't get eyeshadow brushes. Let me go get some eyeshadow brushes. I'm going to use some of the Hourglass bronzer in my crease because these are just shimmer shades. So yeah, I was never really into fragrance. I just had like, as a lot of people do, just had like the one fragrance that I had, and I'd only wear it when I would go out. I wouldn't wear fragrance every day. And then it wasn't until I started working at Mecca. Even when I first started, I worked at a Maxima, which doesn't really have fragrance, so that did not spark anything in me. And then I moved to working at the airport, and they had a really tiny fragrance section. So I did find interest in it, but it still wasn't like, oh my God, I love fragrance, because it was a really small selection, because the airport stores are tiny. I might actually take a little bit of this Soft Light finishing powder and just kind of put that all over. It wasn't until I went to my current store where there was a whole fragrance corner, and I was like, oh, because I'd been working at Mecca for a while before I realized what I wanted to specialize in. I was just a store host for a while, because it's not like I'm trying to climb the ladder at Mecca. I'm just making my paycheck, you know, because I do this and then I have my small business. So working at Mecca is just kind of like my income, which I enjoy, but that's what it is. That's exactly what it is. I'm gonna go in with this cooler tone shade here. I'm excited to try this. I've got a stiffer brush that can pick up product, because it looks like it's more of like a Bake Gelée, yeah, formula. Yeah, so I was at my current store, and that's when I fell in love with fragrance. I wore something different every day, and then I was like, oh my God, there's a whole world that I didn't know existed. And now I love fragrance. Now I have a million fragrances, mainly because I get a lot of free from work. I don't actually really buy many. I'm very, very lucky that I have that opportunity, and I'm very grateful for it too. Then I'm gonna go in with the darker shade here, just on the outer corner. This is all right. Is it because I'm using a brush that I don't love it? Like, it's nice, but I'm just thinking that there's a lot of hype around these. It's not really doing much. It's just very simple. Anyway, did I make a point? Did I even make a point when I was talking about why I love makeup? I think I did. I just ramble. I gave you my whole story of why I got into makeup. But essentially is I wanted to seek a sense of community. That was what sparked it all and continues to spark me. I so much enjoy getting comments from you guys. Like, you really don't understand. I know sometimes I'm slow to reply. It's just because I lack time to just sit down. But do know that I read everything and reply when I can. And I just love it. Mainly YouTube. YouTube, you guys are like, I feel like we're a little community. More so than anywhere else. YouTube is where like I started investing my time into content creation. And then I'm gonna take my finger with this white shade just on my pinky. Yeah, it's all right. It's not the best palette I've ever used. Maybe it's the one that I have. A couple of you guys said the one with the green shade is where it's at, but I don't really wear those kind of shades all the time. That's why I picked this one. I thought I really picked it for these two shades. Let's swatch. How are we over time? I'm gonna use my finger to swatch it. There's the swatches. It's pretty, but I think I definitely have to use it more to get a more of opinion. Now I've got dirty hands. I need to go get an eyeliner, so I'll BRB. Okay, I'm doing my eyeliner. And I have two eye products. I actually have this MCO Beauty Comb Eyelash Curler, and it's actually got the comb in it. So that's pretty cool. So we're gonna give this a go. And then I have a waterproof full lash mascara. I've already used the lash extension, but I want to try this one because this one isn't as talked about as much. I think it's new. I can't even get this open. Gosh, you guys know how much I love MCO Beauty. I died when they contacted me. I've made a whole video about them. I love them. I'll actually cut it here for you if you want to see it. I did a full face of MCO Beauty. I could do it again actually because I've got so many products now. The only thing I don't have is their concealer and foundation. I tried the one in the tube and I didn't really like it, but it's the foundation bottle is the popular one that I would like to try. So maybe I will buy that and do like an updated MCO Beauty video if you would like to see that. Okay, don't get the skin, Sam. What an interesting contraption. Okay, it's definitely worked. Oh my god, now I've blinded myself. Can you see? That's like super curled. That fully worked. I should definitely be using these more frequently. I think I got my skin there a little bit. All right, now let's try and open this. Oh, that opened much easier than the other one. So this is the waterproof full lash mascara. It's waterproof, volumizing, long lasting, and silicone wand in black. Oh, I like the wand. I don't like anything too hectic, so that's fantastic. That's what I look for in a mascara wand. Oh, I'm going to work today, first day of the week. I start on Thursday. And I made an online order because I don't have Charlotte Tilbury in my store. So I got one of the single shadows from holiday. So that'll be in my next video. Along with the new Westman Atelier blush stick, the limited edition shade. I think it's called Mimi. This is nice. I usually wear waterproof mascara because if I want something that doesn't smudge, I usually go for tubing. But it's good to have a waterproof on hand. In case I go to a wedding or a funeral. Knock on wood, I don't have to go to a funeral. Knock on wood, I shouldn't have said that. My lashes are definitely curled. I've got it all over my skin. But that is pretty standard for Samantha. Pretty standard. I like this. If you like waterproof mascaras, I do recommend this one. It's just called waterproof. Waterproof full lash. Oh, it even smells nice. Have you ever smelled mascara before? This actually smells nice. Wow, wow, wow. So my lips, I've got to say, I'm using this one, Tom Ford. My son took the lid off. I cannot find the lid anywhere. My most expensive lipstick. He's a little naughty little bugger, I tell you. I cannot find it. I don't have a lot left. I need to unofficially project pan this because there is no way I'm gonna let this go to waste. This was my lip combo for my wedding actually. Makeup Forever Aqua Lip in 3C. And this is quite cool tone, so this lip liner kind of neutralizes it a bit. The thing is, I sell Tom Ford at my store, but I don't think this actual shade exists anymore. The shade is called Bare, by the way. B-A-R-E. Beautiful. I did bring my MCO Beauty lip oil, but I just don't need it. This is shiny enough. This is really nice. This is a dupe for the Dior lip oil, and it is beautiful. It's not sticky. It's like if you don't like sticky lip gloss, this is the one for you. I need to get this crustiness off my eyes, but I'm gonna go in my room and do that after because I have like a spoolie. Right, that is everything. I'm ready for work. Hopefully no one asks me what my lip combo is because I can't sell it to them, but that's okay. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Hope you like this little topic that we talked about. I'm gonna go to work now. I've got 10 minutes, maybe 5 minutes because of traffic. I don't want to go to work. Just want to stay at home. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, guys. I will see you in my next video. I don't know what it'll be, but I'll see you then. Bye.